Hey there everybody, welcome back to another video. This is a total bucket list song for me, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna finally sit down and learn it. Of course, I'll never be able to play it as good as Hendrix, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. And then I want to show you some things that I learned about this song. So what song am I talking about? Well, this one. So I'm sure a lot of you guys probably guessed what song it was going to be anyways, but Little Wing is one of those songs, I just remember it being revered as such like a amazing song. You know, when I was growing up playing guitar, my dad, who wasn't really a Hendrix fan, you know, revered Little Wing as being this like, you know, guitar accomplishment. He's like, oh man, I remember watching Steve I on the G3 DVD playing Little Wing, and he was like, wow, he's doing a good job of that. So it was a song I've always wanted to learn how to play, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. And I learned some things, and I thought I would just break down a little bit of the song, just some stuff that I learned from it. Alright, so the first thing, and you have to excuse, I'm going to use position 4. I think Hendrix used his neck pickup, but you can hear the wonderful buzz of the studio light, so I'm going to keep it quiet in position 4. But one of the things I noticed right away from learning this is Hendrix doesn't follow a lot of patterns. You know, he might use double stops, and he has a lot of similarities in his stuff. But as to where a normal guitar player, you know, and I'm certainly lumping myself into this category, I might kind of play a rhythm, and you know, I might go like something like that. You know, that it's following a very structured pattern. You know, whatever it might be, and his were like all different. So it was tricky because you're kind of like learning it, and you go to the next section, and they were similar with the double stops and all that kind of stuff, and I'm just like, my hand is very confused because I want to do the other pattern that I learned, but it's not doing the same things. Like, look at the beginning, you know, that, oh, hold on, there we go, that little section right there. Probably using his thumb there, but all of it, like, none of it's the same. There's no repeating patterns there. My hand's just like, I got a lot to learn here. Then he even walks up here, rhythmically, patterns. Oh my god, it's challenging because there are no patterns. I mean, it's just such a trip. And then he goes to this part, and all of a sudden he's picking out notes. Like I said, it's just literally, you could break it down into sections based on the chord. None of them are the same. There are no repeating patterns. It's pretty intense. So the next thing that I want to talk about, and I could be dead wrong, so like a true, you know, Hendrix aficionado, you can tell me if I'm dead wrong on this, but it sounds like Hendrix favors the down pick on a lot of his stuff. If you listen to the Stevie Ray Vaughan version of Little Wing, you'll find that he does a lot more ups. You know, that's just in general Stevie style. He likes to rake up. But, you know, in Jimmy's stuff, it sounds like he's doing a lot more downs. If you listen to the way the notes are blooming, like I said, my ear could be totally wrong. If you listen to it, it sounds like the lower notes are coming first. Like when he does the, that little section there, that all sounds like downs. And I don't see a lot of people talk about the actual picking in the lessons, but it sounds like downs. That sounds like an up. That sounds like an up. But that sounds like downs. When he does a lot of those quick double stops, it sounds like he's doing all downs. And again, I could be wrong, but this is just what I kind of noticed to get more of that Hendrixy sound. I was like, oh, there's a lot of downs. And then, like that whole section there. You know, then... Actually, that I think I went a little bit too Stevie on that one. again, that whole section sounds like it's downs to me. Then he goes to the C. That I'm not certain about, but this next section, again, it sounds like downs. I could be wrong, but if I am right, seems like he favors the down a lot. Another one I want to throw in here is his ability to take something so simple and make it complex, but not lose the melody. A lot of times, you know, sometimes as guitarists, we get caught being guitarists, and we basically make things complex for the sake of complexity, which is not, I mean, it's not a bad thing. Like, it's good to challenge ourselves. But I feel like Hendrix was able to make the stuff complex and get it out of that basic chord. I mean, like I said, it's not a very complicated chord progression. It's a great one, but not a complicated one. And he makes it complicated, but there's all these little melodies. Like, each part has its own melody. So it's just like, it's viewed as this like entire piece, but if you really like look at it, it's so cool. Listen to the melodies. It's so cool. Then again, right there, that little melody right there. Oh, it's so. I always appreciated the song, but having learned it now, and like I said, I'm doing a hokey pokey version of it. I can't do Hendrix true justice, but it really gave me even more appreciation for the song and just how genius it is. Alrighty guys, and that is going to be it. So other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, this is a total bucket list song for me. I've always wanted to learn how to play Little Wing, and I would start learning it and I'd just kind of be like, alright, I'll come back and learn more of this. And I was like, no, I'm learning it this time. And I have to give a shout out because I figured most of the song out by ear. I just kind of sat there and kept listening to it and figured it out. But I couldn't hear this one part right. I'm like, what is he doing there? And it was actually Tim Pierce's video. I found it on YouTube, and I went to the section when he goes to that C chord. I messed up my timing in the performance that I did, but it's right there. That little part there, that's tricky. I ended up doing a hammer-on, so it's not like what Hendrix did, but you know, it was a tricky little section, and I totally referenced Tim's video. So Tim, if you're watching this, thank you for making that video. Like years ago now, it totally came full circle for me. Other than that, guys, I will see you all later. I'm going to lay down some rhythm here. No drums this time. I'm just going to give you a chill guitar backing track to kind of jam to, and I will see you all later. Get your Hendrix on, guys. If you want more Hendrix videos, let me know. So until next time, guys, whoop!